Well, that sucked. That really sucked. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another post game here on Mets Central. And I apologize for it taking long because it took me forever to get home from the game. Because yes, I feel like such a sucker right now. But yeah, the Mets lose 8-0 to the Los Angeles Dodgers in Game 3 of the NLCS. It was never going to be easy, but could there at least be a fight here? And here's my problem right now. This team is laboring at the plate and not scoring enough runs at all to compete with one of, if not the best offenses in the league. The Mets have scored 11 runs since Game 5 in that Philly series, and 8 of those runs have came from a grand slam. So offense needs to get their shit together, and I can tell you right now, I don't feel great about it because there's just so many guys slumping at the same time. And how many times did we talk about that throughout the season, though, where there were so many guys that were struggling at the same time throughout the season? And the worst part is, this is a game that, even though the scores was 8-0, because obviously Tyler McGill doesn't come in this game if things go differently. And hell, you know, even allowing 4 runs sucks. But even then, if this offense could do something against Walker Buehler, who is playing his way out of staying with the Dodgers, if they were just able to do something competent, just maybe, we're talking about a win right now, and I'm feeling better. The problem is, I am now for the first time feeling really worried, at least for a while, because I obviously felt a little bit of nerves after Game 2 against Milwaukee and a bit of nerves after Philly, but with Philly, I wasn't that worried. This is genuine fear right now because they have Yamamoto going tomorrow. They're beating you with multiple parts of their lineup right now. It is Muncy. It is Ohtani. It is Kike Hernandez. And this offense right now just has no answers. Before we jump into everything, leave a like on the post game if you enjoy it. Subscribe if you guys are new, especially if you're Met fans, and turn on your notifications so you know when I upload or go live. I have such a bad headache right now. I don't know how long I'm going to be live for, but I'm going to roll with it and then get my ass to bed. But I just have a lot of questions. Carlos Mendoza, I can't for the life of me rationalize, understand, comprehend, whatever word you want to use. I cannot understand why JD Martinez was in this game instead of Jesse Winker. The numbers tell you Jesse Winker is the better player against Walker Buehler. There's no rhyme or reason that JD Martinez should have been in the lineup. Yet here we are. I don't care that he drew 2 walks. He can't be in the lineup. He can't. Especially tomorrow. No. He is struggling to catch up the pitches. And he came up in a big spot in the 3rd inning with guys on base and couldn't drive in a run. And then you have the same deal for Francisco Alvarez, who needs to sit for tomorrow. Because you have bases loaded with 1 out, and all we need is a ball in the outfield even. And Alvarez, just goes down looking too, which is even worse. And Lindor, I mean, I can't be too mad at him because he's been the hero for this team. I mean, making an unbelievable play in the field even in this game. It's hard to get mad at him for striking out there, but it would have been nice to have him come up with a moment there, especially after you allowed 2 innings in the or 2 runs in the inning prior, and it would have been nice to punch back a little bit there, but just couldn't get that done. And it's annoying too because Severino, I don't know how he looked so good in the 1st inning, and then the second inning, it wasn't necessarily all his fault because, my God, this team could not play defense. You have Alvarez, who should not have picked up that baseball with Teoscar. And then you also have Luis Severino that just couldn't field if his life depended on it. And I don't know why the hell he got nominated for a Gold Glove, but that's neither here nor there. And it's annoying too because the third inning he got out of a jam. The Mets offense could have answered. Nope. Fifth inning, a bit of a jam, gets out of it, and top of the order comes up. They go to Kopech, and two hard hit balls. The sport is cruel, man. And those two from Lindor and Vientos really looked like they could have left the yard with how hard they were hit off the bat also. I mean, both over 100. I think Vientos might have had the hardest hit ball with that one, unless the Ohtani home run topped that, which it wouldn't surprise me. But those were your chances. And then just in the sixth inning for Kike Hernandez to get that 2-run home run, you knew right then and there that this thing was probably done and over with. But then the bottom of the sixth, they get runners on base, and you have Iglesias, who again has struggled, comes up in a big spot and hits into a double play. That's another spot you could have put Winker in and then just put Acuna in the field, but I get that you don't want to go that early to your bench. Maybe, I don't know. I can't rationalize that. When you have two guys on with one out, you got to get runs, and that's something that needs to be thought of when Carlos Mendoza's managing. And another thing with the Kike Hernandez home run that I completely just forgot to mention, I don't understand how Reed Garrett threw one so high in the zone, gets him to swing at that, and then he goes with a splitter right in the heart of the zone. I don't know. And then the seventh inning again, like Tyler McGill gets in trouble, gets out of it. Offense has nothing, and Jeff McNeil comes into the game, and hooray, I guess. I mean, there's nothing really to take away from that. And then the eighth inning, you have not the bases loaded. You had first and second. I don't know why I thought the bases were loaded, but Ohtani hits that home run, 7-0. And then Muncy hit one in the ninth to just really pour it on, and that was it. Yeah. It just sucks. Yeah, the Ohtani one was 115 off the bat, yeah. And I was sitting pretty much right near where that home run was, so that really added insult to injury there, but I don't know. I really don't have much on this game. They had 4 hits. They didn't play good defensively. Pitching-wise, I mean, Tyler McGill wore it by the end of it, which it's stupid that this team even waved the white flag in a playoff game, but it felt like they did, and it got fans into the exits very early. But I don't know. Severino didn't give you enough because he couldn't put hitters away. Reed Garrett struggled out of the pen, but the focus is more on the offense. I mean, Tyler McGill doesn't come into this game if the offense does literally anything good, and they just didn't today. And I don't know if we could expect it to change. I mean, there's got to be a huge lineup shakeup tomorrow, though, because if you don't win tomorrow, you're putting your season in jeopardy. It's that simple, and there needs to be significant changes. I want to see Winker in the lineup tomorrow. I want to see him hit third. I think Brandon Nimmo needs to be moved down. I know he was one of the few with a hit, but he's clearly banged up. Move him down the lineup. Outside of that, maybe just flip those two spots, if you will, because obviously Martinez was in the lineup instead, but flip the 3 and 6 spot. And then Torrens needs to be catching tomorrow. It's about time, and I know that it's going to be hard to count on Torrens to do anything offensively, considering the fact that he has not played a game of baseball in forever. But it's it is what it is. They have to go to Toronto tomorrow. After Alvarez performed the way he did, it's time to switch things up. And outside of that, sure, you could try putting McNeil in, but I don't know what good that's going to do you. I don't know. I just feel deflated. My head is pounding too, which isn't helping with this. And I'll be honest, I don't feel great. I don't feel great, and I knew that the Dodgers were going to be the toughest opponent, no matter what. Like I've said I've said it multiple times. The Dodgers or the Padres, whoever they were going to end up facing, like even before we got here, either one of those two teams were going to be the hardest team they were going to face, and I said whoever comes out of this series, I think wins the World Series. And now, I don't know. I'm not completely out, obviously, because it would be stupid of me to be completely out. But I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I am completely fine and I'm completely in and think that everything's going to resolve itself by tomorrow, because I don't know if it will. And if it does, great. Then all of a sudden you tie the series at 2. All you got to do is try to win game 5, and then you put yourself in a very good position to win this series. But with the way this offense looked tonight and the way it looked in game 1 against the Dodgers, I don't know. I don't feel great. I'll just be honest. I don't feel great, but I'm also not ruling out the possibility that they could turn things around and win. But yeah, I am going to wrap it up here because I can't go for much longer, or my head is going to literally explode. But that is going to be it for me. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. Don't forget to leave a like if you haven't already. Don't forget to subscribe. Turn on your notifications so you know when I upload or go live next. And I'll see you guys in the next one.